Delmar, we spoke off camera. I noticed you're shooting some new bowstrings this year. And when it comes to bowstrings, exactly what are you looking for?
I'm looking for something that when I pull it back, every single time when I pull back and I let it go, the bow's going to go off and shoot.
It goes off reliably.
Every single time it does, yeah.
And you stated Rogue Bowstrings. Now, that is a brand that I must say that I have not heard about in the past,
Yeah.
but an up-and-coming bowstring
Well,
manufacturer.
you would think so, Doug, but no, not really. The folks at Rogue have been around for a while. I'm not going to go into a lot of details about that, but I will tell you some of the best bowstring manufacturers in the whole world.
And many of the top archers have recently negotiated or switched brands, contracts, and so forth. So, is it safe to say that you are definitely a pro shooter because Rogue is essentially sponsoring you?
Essentially, yeah, 100% I'm a pro shooter, Doug. No question about that. And I'd like to thank the folks at Rogue Bowstrings for recognizing that Delmar Woodlawn is top notch pro staff shooter.
And certainly, it's apparent to me that you are a pro staff shooter because, well, the hat absolutely says it all.
Well, it's a trucker cap, and I don't own the truck. It was taken from me by the bank, but they said that I guess trucker cap's just a name for a hat. I don't know. I don't think you have to have a truck.
Okay. When we talk about sponsorship, what level of your success do you lay to just the apparel?
Well, 100%. It's what makes pro staff pro staff. You'll notice some people that don't ever win a thing. Maybe they're even types that sign autographs, but I'll tell you what, they got their name on their shirt, and that's what makes them a pro. Like Delmar Woodlawn. My aunt Hedna owns an embroidery company, and before there was all this fancy screen printing, there was embroidery, and I tell you what, I was the biggest pro in the world because she was able to embroider anything. I had every kind of embroidery on my shirt that you could imagine, both my names, first and last.
That certainly puts a new perspective on things. The fact that simply having an embroidery machine could result in at least the appearance of being a pro shooter.
Doug, I'm offended by that. I'll be perfectly honest with you. It is not the appearance of being a pro. If you got a young boy walking up and asking for your autograph, that appearance becomes reality. I'm a pro shooter.
Okay, very good. Now, Delmar, as we close, over 2,000 followers on your Facebook page. What does it take to become a follower of Delmar Woodlawn on Facebook?
A click of a button. I'll tell you what, one other thing that you skipped on, Doug, and I think you're going to be hearing about more of this in the future. I have another big announcement other than just the Rogue Bowstrings today.
And what's that?
I got a phone call this week from a gentleman that is an engineer, owner, CEO, CFO, IBO of Matthews Incorporated out of Sparta, Wisconsin.
A phone call. And what was conveyed in that phone call?
Well, it started off with a little bit of pleading, a lot of inquiry questions about where I am and what I've been doing. But at the end of it, if I just had given up where I was and an address, a telephone number, social security number, he picked me up $20 million, Doug.
20 million. You have to be excited. $20 million.
We're all excited. The whole family, both sides, we're all excited.
And what do you plan to do with the money?
Right now, I don't know. I was thinking about stocking the pond with a little hybrid bluegill. That was one of my ideas. I'm going to get that van running again. That's for sure. Other than that, I get my bowstrings for free, so there's not an investment in that. I suppose that with my $20 million contract, I'd also be getting a couple new bows. So I won't have to spend the money on that. Maybe a new roof. I don't know.
So when you got the $20 million, was that in cash,
No,
cashier's check, or exactly what was it?
Doug. There's no exchange of money when you're a professional. Everything's done through the banking system. So right now it's just an agreement over the telephone. And I'd like to personally thank Matt Pearson for extending a reach out to me, and for a contract that I so well deserve.